Hello, everybody. I'm coming to you all with another discussion here live again with another discussion. Okay. Hello. I'm coming to you all with another discussion with our book, Disadvantaged Thinking to a Prosperous Thinker. I also attached a link down which was where to see more about the book or possibly purchasing. I don't talk exactly about what's inside the book is pretty much in some instructions and some motivational tools and some plain things that you need to follow to accomplish goals and to find out who you are. So today we're going to be talking about decisions. Okay? Decisions in life. Decisions are in the areas of think. All right. And when we're trying to decide things, want to be mindful of those tools and keys that we have to apply and think. And that is also covered in this book. I am talking in a sense of you already following me. But if you have not at any point, you can go to Divine Care at YouTube and you can see all the other previous discussions. Thank you, and we're going to continue with the discussions on decisions. Now, that's an area thing. When you make one, it tend to be making something that you're going to be carrying out, following in an area of taking actions. What I mean by taking action, some of us make decisions in life, and we all know it can greatly affect us. We in a time that we need to be in a mindset to be able to make a decision, to come to a conclusion, to come to a place of understanding and having knowledge to come together, all right, to be able to make a decision. No one makes a better decision for you, no, but for yourself. The best person that can make decisions for you is you. So, really, as a person, you need to gain knowledge. All right. You need to gain understanding. Okay, so we want to also think about what is best for you when you make your decisions. What feels right. Okay, what is good. Matter of fact, let's go back to who are you? Who are you? When we're trying to navigate through life, figure out the things that we want to do in life and the things we want to be around, accomplish, change, however that goes. We want to always be mindful of who we are and what's going to affect us and what's going to come with us and what's going to alter our future and what's going to better us. Okay? Remind you of who are you. You know, what you want to do. What do you want to bring? What do you want to better? What will you become with the things that you are already? Okay. I learned to separate things. And by separating things, um, it came from some collective thoughts by thinking. And when you're separating it, I'm taking some actions. There's a lot of decisions that has to be made. And when you make a decision, we tend to want to stick to it. All right. Some decisions are permanent Some are temporarily, some are for the better, and some we change because we get better understanding of things. So a lot of times, the things that we decide now um, may be different than what we would want to decide if we gain knowledge, had already matured in life, things of that sort, things that you would decide now. Just think of how you would decide or the type of decisions you would make. If you had greater knowledge or gained maturity or had time, putting you in that mindset to let you know. Right? So we want to be careful with our decisions. And so when I'm looking to, and this is staying in one area for me, and I'm using this for an example. Everybody have different things that they need to decide on for certain reasons. We have, at this time, this video is going to continue, but continuously all year round, we're voting locally, and now it's going to be a presidential one. We got to make a decision, okay? So in there, you're going to have opinions, you're going to have all different type of things, mindset of things, information, all that different stuff come about when you make decisions, and that's just good decisions and thought out decisions. Some decisions people make, they're done rationally. And you just pretty much want to be in the mindset of your actions because you're making decisions. And we want to make the right decisions, not just for you, but the type of decisions that's going to be greater for human beings too. And that's in reference to, being active, um, being who you are. Okay. Okay. Why a good decision is not to be looked over. We always want to make the right decisions in life. Personally, with other people, actions, we just want to be mindful of taking risks and being kind and daring. So we want to get out and make decisions. We want to line ourselves up to be in position to make decisions. Okay, we want to graduate. We want to move to other levels. So sometimes it's going to allow some form of decision. Okay, you got to understand the lows and highs of things. Know that sharing is caring. I always felt that if I always wanted to know something, I always go out and I relate and I get involved with human minds. Okay. And by me making that decision, it do open, yourself up for more than what you set yourself out for. But being set on my own goals and on my own initial thoughts of what we need to be sharing, I got to make the right decision. To, for one, I want to sharing is caring. All right. When we make decisions to go out and do things or be a part of things or do anything, we want to decide, is it good or is it is it good for you? Okay, so we want to be mindful of what's good for us and what's not good for us when we're making decisions. Sometimes we are not aware of that until we're in position. But knowledge and understanding is so great. So when you're making a decision, also know that you're in the engine of working that mind frame and thinking. Okay, thinking. We're going to be thinking and thinking on a real level. Okay, we're not going to be adopting knowledge. I mean, we're not going to be copying off of no knowledge, mimicking, or we're going to be really obtaining it and researching things for ourselves. Okay, when you're making a decision for yourself and lining yourself up for things in life, and you're trying to apply yourself, and sometimes we are wholehearted, knowledgeable of things, and we may not get exactly what we want. Okay, and that sometimes is not a good decision. that we feel. Those are emotions. But you have to be able to understand to just decide, know what you're rolling with. Don't be double-minded. Okay, don't be double-minded about what you're deciding because whatever you decide, you have to roll with. Okay, know that the cycle of being compassionate. How can you understand if you do not have knowledge? Things have to connect. It has to connect. You know, and then when I say these words, so everything ain't always sweet. It is, and when you have to make decisions. But if it can be kind and in a flowing and caring way, have the compassion to gain knowledge. Be in a cycle of being compassionate. Be in a cycle of gaining knowledge, real information. Be understanding, okay? When you're making decisions and walking and standing in position, okay? I had to deal with some things that I know being about my gift have set me up in a great way. And when I decided to go live, I had to be true within myself and whole within myself. I decided to write things down and make it plain and stick to it. In this decision that I made, I am so overwhelmed with who I am now because we always got to remember that we building on ourselves daily. We're gaining character, we're gaining things for ourselves. And it is such a value when you're of value to others. Because if you're valuable to others, you have to acknowledge how valuable you are to yourself. Okay, so you have to make the right decision. Okay, do not put yourself in positions that's going to depreciate your value, right? That's going to make you make the wrong decision. Okay? Being truth and being real within myself, lining myself up to make this true divine connection. Long caring and stay at it, love it, and try not you know, all that beautiful stuff. We can trap ourselves, we can trap ourselves in a set of mind and we'll do things to ourselves and make bad decisions continuously. But what we want to do is just put ourselves in a position and just want to, okay, think, forgive, admit all those beautiful things, do for yourself to be able to position yourself wholly to be able to be in position. Now, to make some decisions. Now, sometimes we put ourselves in a position just to make a decision, to line up to say, oh, acknowledge me. All right. Now, what if you line up and you're not acknowledged? Okay, I can go into a tree, with a trunk, with the thing that go in the ground, right? And all of these other bushes that come out, that you have to tap into to not even give up. Be grounded. Be grounded in the decision that you've made, okay? Because well, hopefully, we done wrote it down and made it plain. We done gathered information and knowledge to not sway to the left and right. Okay? I know one thing, I need prayer. I need prayer in my life, physically. Because every day we make decisions. We go out and do things, and sometimes things, we figured out, and if I would have turned down, it wouldn't have went down that way. All it got things to do decision. It takes us through a line of emotions. It takes us through a line of different things, So that's me tapping into that physical, releasing a prayer, letting it go, letting it be, and let me understand that, hey, I'm a tree. I'm going to get back up and do it. Okay? I'm going to tap into all those areas, knowledge and understanding to make the proper decisions. All right? I know it is a greater in me than what I truly understand. It's by experience. I surprise myself about me. And when I say I'm not bringing this all on me, I'm just talking about me. Because when we're talking about this and we're on this line and talking about divine care, we're trying to realize who we are, to be whole in who we are so we can line up with others, okay? In great connection. And one great connection that is so great is a divine connection, all right? And sometimes we are, amongst other, and we are not in divine connection. All right. So back to what I was expressing. Okay. It is, I realize there's a greater in me. So I know that my decisions is like the windshield, just, I have to really know that it's at the forefront. It's going to take hits. It's going to do all kind of things. But I have to understand throughout everything, I have to breathe. I have to breathe. I have to breathe because I need that voice to cause movement and the right movement for me to make the proper decision in my life that I need right now. That's what I would say. Or what I need for me, for my family, or what needs to be done. Sometimes everything ain't a crisis. It's a blessing that you are to make the right decision. I want to go into so many different things now about people need to decide who are you? Who are you? You can bring out a great act and spirit and express a great feeling, bring such a great aroma. But actually, we want to just take everything off and just work on you. And when you're not struggling in that area, able to line up and know that there is a position and a place that you ought to be helping others to line up and be in position to operate in the move. All right? What is the move? On every level, we need to make decisions at home, our daily life, the things we do, what we put in our body, what we put out our mouth, okay? What we put into our mind. All that stuff affects what we produce, okay? Making better decisions, the right decisions, the right moves. You cannot move looking to the left and right. You know, I am not easily distracted because I am the kind that'll run through something. So I'm like a trigger. You got to, it's a go. It's a go for me. It's a go. And I'm going. So I need to make the right decision. Okay. I'm just like this stone here that come out of the volcano, right? And it just, as soon as it hits the atmosphere, the air, it just turns right into, a rapid situation. So I need to make the right. Now that doesn't make me the type of person that's not patient, long jeopardy, or anything loyal. I am all of those things for the right reasons. You know, what you just have to understand is when you making decisions for you, it's best that you collect the knowledge and understanding for yourself. Don't be looking to the left and right. That is only for a great add-on or for you to adopt to enhance things. I have stripped myself of even gaining knowledge from others because there's so much information I hear will give you the correct information. It would just give you what you're asking for. Okay. So I made a decision that I have a block on when I'm receiving or even listening to things, okay, because that helps me. There's no judgment into other things. That's just one decision. I made another decision in my life that I can't do certain things, okay? And so by deciding the right things, I'm not harming myself. Like after having, I would share this with you, after having my baby, and he is such a blessing to me. Let me go back a little bit. When I was with child with, I was told some things about my blessing, my son. And when I was told these things, son, you know, it was very shocking, but it was so discovering of who I am and what was for me. All right. And I'm going to go here and get back on track. All right. And what was told to me when I was with child at at a time, I'm thanking the Lord for even having children. And this is my um conceiving the third child. Okay. And I had a miscarriage with the second. And when I got my third one inside of me, I was told that my baby was diagnosed with a great percentage of being Down syndrome. And let me tell you, my understanding was zero, you know, and I had to make a decision. Not just me. It's a unit here. And so when that decision, we collected knowledge and understanding, not even really understanding truly what we were walking into, right? But the decision that I made could not even be leaned no greater but on love. You know, I said, okay, God, that's for me. I can do this. So let me tell you about this great. When I made this decision, nothing can touch me. You know, sometimes when you make decisions in life, people will throw what you decided in life in your face. And this is in reference to my little one, because I'm going to tell you something. Oh my God. I'm ready for what the Lord has for me. But when I realize that I make decisions, we have to follow up and connect with the flow of things. So sometimes people make decisions. Others will probably try to touch on that, touch on all that. All right. When you hold in yourself, the decision that you made is a seed that you sow and it's within. And you can grow it. All right. So I want to go back into my little boy before I keep going on. When they told me about that, they detoured me into terminating things and doing things. They just tried to sow negative things into me. But I'm not a person of negative grounds, great grounds. So I said, okay, this is the thing. I roll with my decision. We did. In that, I'm gonna tell you, it's so many blessings when you do it in love. Fire things. All right. Some decisions in your life, you have to take control of more than just that one thing. Everything to work. Okay. Know that you don't have all control over decisions. Some things do. But just be mindful that you got to have choice. You have that power to do greater, to get in better things. All right? We don't have control over some great things. It's a greater power. Yet we have to allow the blessing to flow After we have made the decisions that we have made, okay, line yourself up. You have the power to desire greater. You have the power to bring life. Yeah. And I can go on into here, into there, from here and there, in a woman. We bring it. We bring it. We birth in his soul, spirit, and flesh. Okay. So the best thing you can do, king and man, is to make decisions with a woman. That's a whole nother area. That's what we need to do. We need to, to desire and allow the process and the movement to think, to make decisions, good ones. Write it down, make it plain. When I decided, with my age, and to line up with things when, I was part of a group and so many people, so many fears and things of, women over 40 having children. And they spoke of these things. This was never nothing that would have came in my mind. And when I found out that information, I'm going to tell you, you know what I had to do? Hey, you know what? I'm so happy I already wrote the book because you can't touch me. Hey, my baby's so beautiful. I made the right decision for my life. You know, some things don't come out perfect in how you want it to be. But what is perfect, right? Roll with what you for and make sure what you for is for you. Hey, he was for me. I'm winning. I'm winning. I got me a little piece, protection for my daughter, right? Yeah, that was the decision. Some decisions you line up, generationally that you need to stick to, okay? We got to see it happen and make things happen, but make decisions. Make a decision. Do not sit back and be double-minded. I can't deal with a double-minded person. They ask, I'm not even going to go back into that nature because I don't even sow those type of seeds. The double-minded people that can't make decisions, right? Either you flying or you lying, okay? When you have a choice or a decision, you have to make, you have choices and things. Make it clear to yourself. It's so important. However you choose to do things or carry things out, or however you keep it real with yourself, with the decisions that you made, don't go making no decision, don't know what you done done. No, be clear for yourself. Make a choice. We have options. Life is an option. So much is an option. But we want to make the right decision. The right decision. Don't nobody have the right to make no decision on nobody else's life or over, Things happen in life behind decisions that affect others. So much. So much with decisions. You know, Building is one thing. And we want to be in that when we're making decisions for ourselves. When you make a decision, when we trying to build, seem like sometimes later you tend to you will want to change up some things that you decided. Let's talk about that. You know, Sometimes we make a decision and later, we might want to go back or wish we could change some things, about what you may have done or caused. For one, it is only a few things you can change. It's only a few things you can change after making certain decisions. When you make certain decisions in your mind, when you make actions by, certain things that cause an effect, those decisions were already made. It's a process that needs to cause that change. Some things will never change after being affected, you know, but be mindful and be real with yourself when you making the choices and the decisions that you have to make now in a couple of weeks, what you choose to do. If you're a parent, as a people, we are to own up to our own life actions, results, effects, surroundings, damaging we or you may have done. No, that's a decision. So forgive yourself, forgive others, line yourself up to cleanse yourself, great decisions to do. That affects your growth, that affects your attitude, that affects your being, that affects others, you know. When you own up to things, you make it better to make better decisions. When you keep it real with yourself, oh, you making good decisions with the knowledge that you working with. One thing I understand, I always have to gain information. When somebody asks me a question, it seems like I sound like I'm slow. And they be looking at me like, why you acting like that? And maybe what I have probably shown them or something like I make look like I'm smart. Oh, I go, I ask, I look, I gather, I learn from each other, I learn from you. He talking. I decided in life that I'm not going to close my heart to what grows, you know. And even if I'm not active, it's just a moment for me. That's a decision. But in life, if we got breath, we have the opportunity to do better. So, who are you? We need to decide that. We need to decide how we going to operate. What are your needs and the things that you need to develop? Decide upon your foundation, your train of mind and thought. It's always good to be grounded on you. It's okay to gather with others, but you can have your own opinion about things and without even overwhelming others. I know, I know who I am. And sometimes my presence um affects others. So I know I have to make the right decision when I do things and when I go around people. And I'm not even gonna say it affect me. All right. So I have to make the right decisions for me. And not only just for me, for mine. God blessed me with such a great mission, ministry, opportunity to be a parent. Wow. I got a lot of decisions to make. And so I decided I ain't jumping no waters to make my ground solid. Great decision. I decided to separate my gift from my personal life. All right. And in that, it eliminates um a lot of relationships because I have to work on me. I have to work on me to make sure I don't break the decision that I made for myself, knowing that this decision is going to be divine in growth and in great nature and all of the things that I expect. All right. expectations. Totally what you believe in. And that is within you, right? So start within you when you're making decisions. You don't got to roll with nobody else and what they think. You make your own decision. Okay? Decide to be for love, life, and liberty, and more. Decide to make changes to the better. That's what I like. Decide. If we gonna fight, let's decide who could win. Decide. Decide to birth your gift and line up where you belong. So how do we know where we belong? Just decide to line up, okay? If you can line up for opportunities, line up. That is a seed. That's what people need to decide. Sow good seeds. And then just think about the process. See, because when it happened for you, you're going to know it's a greater source. But it's your decision that you make, the things you do, your actions, the knowledge and understanding, the collective things that you put in. So that's why we don't got time for all this stuff, right? We don't got time for things that do not sow good seeds within us. Because how is it allowing us to, the proper decisions? Mm, you go out and do foolish things, your actions. Put things in you so you can make good things in you so you can make better decisions. Fill yourself up. You know, I connected myself with a greater source, and I'm gonna tell you, anybody can find joy. I find joy in music. I wish I could sing. I love the dance. I love to dance. I do. Love to move. I love to do all just all the ligaments, just stretching yourself out, even with the fingers and everything. Just move. I love the expression of those things. And I understand. I like beats. I love so much about music. I just do. I do. But I decided, when I had children, I got to now roll, or I have to explain and give knowledge and understanding because of the decisions that I make that may affect my babies. And I'm into the music because I want to just talk about how we line ourselves up. Y'all gonna be seeing a lot of new um opportunities out. You know, some people decide to out of the great move, okay? And think, make the right decisions. Line yourself up to be a great man, okay? Put yourself in position where you can be a better man. Write down your bills. Make a decision if you need a new fresh start. Them some good decisions. Decide to build you a foundation. All right? Decide not to look to the left, but decide to love you and line yourself up for the opportunities. Okay, go vote. Do the things you're supposed to do. Decide to protect yourself and social distance. Make the proper decision. I want to go on about so many other things, but I just want to just talk more about making proper decisions because your decisions things that we decide to put in the atmosphere, your mouth, your thinking, the things you say. When I say that your tongue is a powerful thing, all right, and it operates off of thinking. But when you're making decisions that sometimes have a lot to do with actions, line your actions up. Line your actions up and make a proper decision. Things that you decide now, it's going to affect you later. Line yourself up. Write things down and make it plain. I'm going to leave this one alone because I'm deciding to totally separate myself from my gift. And me acknowledging separate myself from my gift is realizing that I'm going to be able to apply and birth it properly. Now, do our gift always give us the things that we need? No. But when you know who you are and you decide to line up with greatness, again, sowing that seed. And when you sow a seed in good grounds, it's going to grow. And God is taking care of all my needs. So I am overly whelmed with the opportunity to even be live, talk to more people that I don't even know, you know, be the voice and the vessel that I know that I ought to be. And when I make decisions, a lot of times my decisions is fighting against my flesh because I know who I am and I know where I ought to be. Make a decision. Please vote on every level. Don't be distracted. Make decisions. No, we need ground shaking on every level for a true awakening. Everybody decide to be who you are. Find out who you are. Get this little nickname, disadvantage thinking to a prosperous thinker. And when you get it, get to a notebook. Write down things. When you have conversations with people and you asking people for information, decide to be assertive about what you gather. Decide to not keep going over the same thing. Decide not to keep buying the same stuff over and over again. That helps. I mean, that's a good area to help yourself in the money area. Proper decisions, on how you buy things. So many areas that we need to tap into, but knowing that taking a risk and doing and being creative and doing the things you need to do, making decisions. You want to make the right decisions. You all stay encouraged, stay safe, and decide to be kind because kindness kills all. God bless you.